So my brother got the chisel plow out. We went over where some of the chicken manure spots were, busted up some of the compaction. And my farm is so rough here that he decided he wanted to work it up. We need to get it level. We got that big disc, but she don't have baskets on the back, and she makes things a little unlevel and rough. We turbo till maxed it after we put the manure down and actually flattened it out, but it's got a little rough spots in there you feel in the tractor. So my brother wanted to level it. It's got a couple little ridges in it that we don't like, so he wanted to level it, and I wanted it. I mean, it's been 2 or 3 years that this farm right here has been rougher than shit. So we're gonna get her right this year. So he got the chisel plow out, and he is gonna level her off. I think that's an 18-foot plow. I didn't know if that, we always pour with a big tractor, but he said that tractor right there don't even know she's back there. So we're gonna level her off. Chisel plow is the best way to level ground, I feel. Then we'll come back with the Turbo Max and go over top of it and get her smoothed out. And then I'm gonna plant it. But it's doing a nice job though. Nice job, nice job. Them drags on the back really help bring it down. But that's a good sized pass for a chisel plow. Go up to the shop. I hooked the planter up last night. I'm gonna hook all the lines up. I'm gonna put craft light on the seed disc, put them in, pour outside. Make sure she's all connected to the GPS and everything. Next time when with the iBus, you plug them in and she remembers from last year if you got everything set, but just in case it doesn't. I'm gonna go out in the field, make sure my lines are right, the width's right, run my fertilizer system, check that out, and next week we might plant a couple farms. So, never planted this early, but it's never actually been the weather like that this early. So, I went and washed my spreader off over at Nutrient. I don't like stuff sitting on it, it'll eat it out. So I went and pressure washed that off, got it done. I'm gonna unload this at the pickup and go get the planter ready. We need to take that dumb thing off the front of it and put a weight bracket on there with a full set of weights. Well, I just got the hoses hooked up, and if anybody knows about hooking this mess up, all them hoses and all these electrical lines, then you know. And then you got to keep them out the way. I'm gonna get another strap and put on right here, get them all tied together. And then she's gonna go outside, and we're gonna test her out. So I came over and relieved my brother. I'm doing the chisel plowing now. It's on my farm, so I figured I might as well do it while he's wet. His woman wanted him, so I figured I'd let him go for you, Sheila. Well, I got that much to go out to the road, and I've gotten all that done. Once we run that Turbo Max back over it, it'll smooth it just as, and level it just as beautiful. I wish we had a big 30-foot field cultivator with baskets on the back, because that would be the way to go. But, eventually. My buddy, they bought a big 30-foot, I don't know what brand it was. It's red. It's not case, or it's orange. I don't know what it is. With a drag bar and the rolling baskets last year, field cultivator. That's sweet. I mean, it really does good. They don't use it a lot, but when they do use it, it really makes the ground look good. We wouldn't use it a lot, but for a case like this, we would. I really like them. I think they do a good job. Of course, I'd like to have a deer implement, like a 2210 or something. But so that bottom right there is a clay bottom, and I'm glad we're doing this because it seems like the water, even though we ripped it, turbo maxed it, the chicken manure in, the water just doesn't just got that tight clay bottom. It just don't want to go nowhere. So this right here kind of break it up, air it out, get it ready for planting. I did get the planter hooked up. For some reason, I can't get the ISO bus to connect to the planter. Works and everything, but when I try to get it to connect to the computer and the tractor, it won't work. So Steve with Deere is going to be coming out next week. And getting her right. I wanted to plant a field or two next week or farm or something, but I think we'll see what day he gets out. I got to go finish up spreading watermelons. And then I had another farmer I got to come back Snow Hill for. He wants me to get 1,000 acres ahead of him. And then I just had another farmer today that wants me to run to Virginia to spread 500 acres of potash. So I'm going to be busy next week. And I want to try to get all that done for them guys so they can kind of get rolling. And so it might be next weekend when I get started. Might be next weekend before I can get started, but I got corn. I talked to Seed Consultant Lindy. She's bringing corn tomorrow. I'm going to try 50 acres of Tidewater corn, 112 day. They're going to bring it next week. I got Simplot with a box of 6835. They're going to bring it sometime, hopefully this coming week. And then we got Nutrients going to give me 6606. So we're going to try that, see what all this stuff works out to be. So this year we are planting the 108 day is going to be the shortest season. 112 day, 113 day, 116 day, and 118 day. I'm moving away from the real early corn because without pivots, it's like a 30-40 bushel lag. If we had pivots, it could work, but it just lags too much with, without pivots. I think our 104 day still did like 170, 180 last year, but the longer season stuff did 218. So I'm definitely not going to shy away until they stop making it at 1087 AM. Seed Consultant 108 day. I mean, that produces like a 118 day corn. I mean, that's a big time producer. I think I got 2 boxes of that this year. But I've been really wanting to try. I saw a guy with 6606 last year. Looked awesome. And then every year, the winners of the contest are 6835. I don't know what it'll do without pivots, but we're going to put it here. This is good ground. And you're going to be here to watch me get 400 bushels. I'm still debating on if I want to get in the corn contest this year. If I do, it'll be on this farm with the 6835. I might get my brother to do he's not a member, but I'll pay for him to be a member. And get him to do a plot and or a field, whatever. And I might put some Seed Consultant in it, or that 6606, we'll see. But I definitely like to get 2 numbers in. So we'll see. Maybe I'll do 1 conventional till, 1 minimum till. Well, damn, the airplanes just showed up. They must be getting ready to start spraying something. I don't know what. There he is. I saw they brought the truck in this morning. Now the fighter jets have arrived. That's the farmer's military right there. I don't know what they're spraying, but they're spraying something. First plane of the year. So I'm putting all the seed discs back in the row units. These are your corn seed discs. I use sweet corn discs because they hold just about every size seed imaginable. I take them out every year, that way they don't have the pressure on them, get warped or anything. And the nice thing is, 16 of them fit perfect in a 5-gallon bucket. So that's what's sweet about it. And for some reason, I don't know if I can get you up here or not. For some reason, I cannot get the, I think I'll be able to do it. Let's see, we'll hold you. Okay, so you just open up the door and they go in. It's pretty simple. And slide in and just lock in. Shut the door back. Easy peasy. Somehow I can't get all the software on the tractor computer has been updated. And even though the planner works, like you can hear the air compressor, the fans, everything works on it, it won't come through the monitor. And we just did an update on all the G5s that we have. So we're thinking we got to update the planner. They're going to come plug into the planner because she's all computerized. They're going to have to plug into her and update the software on the planner for the new updates on the tractor. It's the only thing we can think of. So Steve will be down here sometime this week and get on that and get her updated so we can figure out why the planner won't show up on the screen. It says that it's not plugged in, but we've unplugged it several times, plugged it in, everything starts working. It just won't show up on the screen. And literally 2 days ago, they sent updates for the G5. So thinking that the planner needs to be updated to match the what's on her now, the new ISO whatever, ISO 25.1 or something I think is what it downloaded. But yeah, she's got a rate controller, and then you got your C controller. So I'm assuming they can just plug in and update that, or however they do it. I don't know how they do stuff like that. So they send that stuff all over the airwave for that, and it pretty much automatically uploads it. But this, I'm not sure how they do that, but they know. So they'll get that figured out. And I'm thinking I'm going to start on the 9th because it's going to be like in the 70s and 80s next couple days. But then next week we do have a couple cold spells. So right at the end of that cold spell, it looks like it's going to get warm again. So I'm thinking I'm going to get a lot of spreading done for people, and then start rolling with it on the 9th or the 10th. It's going to be one of them 2 days. It's probably going to be the 9th, but that's what I'm going to start planting. I think it's going to be April 9th. Unless Dan wants to go a little early on certain farms, but I'm pretty sure the 9th or the 10th. This planter is going to be rolling. If it ain't rolling in the daytime, it's definitely going to be rolling at nighttime after I get done spreading. I planted 90% of her corn last year at nighttime because I spread all day for people. And, you know, I still got to get my own stuff done. And I actually like farming at nighttime. I think it's pretty neat with the lights on and everything. It's kind of peaceful. It's late nights because then you turn around, you get like an hour or two of sleep, and then you go spread all the next day for somebody. So, but yeah, 9th or 10th I think is when we'll start. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Main thing is getting her reading on the computer, and other than that, she's pretty much ready to go. I've been through her, and you hook this mess up. I tell you, this is a mess when you got to hook a planter up. Both planters are like this. I mean, you got all the electronics. You got a bunch of different plug-ins. You got your airline, and then you got all your hydraulics. I mean, it's just crazy. Crazy. So, man, it's a mess. It's a lot to remember. I take a picture, like when I get them hooked up like that, I got them all color-coded. Because, you know, the one thing I do like about deer is, I mean, I know other people have just started coming out with it, but, you know, deer's got all your different colors. So I got purple for purple, black for black. I don't have or brown ones, but I know that the orange is the brown. You got blue, and then you got green. So I put one on this side because I know this is my one side, and I put two of them on the opposite side. As you can see, they used to do the green and the yellow, you know, for inner and outer, but I like the color coded ones. So that's how I do it anyway. And once I got them hooked up right, because once you figure it out, it's best to let deer come down and figure it out. Let them hook it up. Then you color code everything, snap a picture. So I always go back to my pictures, set my phone up on the tractor, and hook everything up that way, because that is a lot to remember. It's a lot to remember. So that's how I do it. So anyway, happy Sunday morning, everybody. Ready with them lights, them green lights. Oh, Rick's here, getting the spread. Love it.